Hi YouTubers, and hello to my wonderful subscribers. Welcome to yet another exciting video. This is a video I have been wanting to do for quite some time now, but due to unavoidable circumstances I have not been able to film it and to post it. And this video is about how the Croatians bury the remains of the dead. To get into this video, I would like to welcome you all. If you are new to this channel, welcome. This is Charity Gordon's Vlogs. My name is Charity Gordon's, and I bring you vlogs around here in Zagreb. And if you're seeing my face for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for keeping it Charity Gordon's. So let's get started. If you look in my background, you will notice that I am in a cemetery, and this video, like I mentioned before, it's about how Croatians bury their dead. Now, I want to give you a short story about how different, or rather how diverse cultures can be. Being an African, in my culture, when a person dies in my country, the remains are buried in the family land. You know, at least that's what we do in my tribe, or rather in my culture. We have different tribes in my country, and the different tribes perform different rituals before they get to bury the dead. But for us, when somebody dies, of course there is a process about getting everything ready, but in the long run, the remains are buried on the family land, like if the father had a piece of land somewhere or just at their home. But that is not the case here in Croatia, and I will be explaining to you why. So you will notice that there is this is just one of the cemeteries here in Zagreb where I came to visit, and every stone laid here represents a certain family, and in this burial places or burial grounds, there is more than one coffin, more than 2 coffins. At most, the maximum is 3. So if it is full, the family then decides to unearth probably that which was buried many years ago, about more than 11 years ago. If somebody was buried more than 11 years ago, then they unearth all the remains and then start to bury afresh. At least that's what I know for now. So unfortunately, I may not know how true that is, but that is the information I have right now. You may be tempted to think that this is private land, but this is not private land. This is all public land. Only that it has been very well maintained, and like I explained, every family owns a space, probably 1 or 2 spaces, and each let us call it hole, each hole consists a maximum of 3 coffins, and they cannot put more than 3 because they are not very deep. And if somebody else from the same family gets to die, then they unearth the remains which were buried more than 11 years ago to create space, or they can choose to purchase another piece of land someplace which is going to belong to the family because of the coming generations. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. You can see this is like a new place, and this now belongs to one family, and they will start probably to bury their loved ones here, one after the other, depending on how they get to rest, or rather just how they get to die. And after the first one is buried, they will cover the place, and the second one follows. Then they will unearth and put the second coffin and cover again until the third coffin is put inside. We have some others here. So now these are not like public. These do not belong to the public. Probably these have already been paid for. These already belong to certain families, and they have just been preserved for them. So I want to tell you something about this building. This building right here, you can see it is in the graveyard, or rather it is in the grave site. And the reason this building is here is because it houses the dead bodies when they are about to be buried. For example, if somebody dies and the burial is tomorrow, when they come from the mortuary or the morgue, the body, the corpse is brought right here, and then it stays here probably an hour to the burial, or maybe 2 hours, depending, maybe 45 minutes to the burial. And then this is where the family of the bereaved comes, you know, to pray and to share the last memories and everything. You understand how it goes. So this is where they come, and then immediately they are done with the prayers and everything and the mourning. That's when now they just bury the person in the grave. So that is how it works here. And I hope you have seen the building. It is not too big because I think maybe it's not supposed to be so big. Maybe it's not meant to be so big, but this is how it looks. Yeah, this is how it looks. On the side, it is only like this. So it houses the corpse while it's in the casket, and then the family comes and prays, and you know, their last respect, they pay their last respect, and then immediately they take the corpse in the casket and just lay them to rest. So well, I must say that it is good to respect other people's cultures, because if this is how Croatians bury their dead, then it is only right to respect how they do it, because every country, everybody has their own different cultures. So I am happy to learn about this, because it makes you realize that cultures are very, very diverse, and you need to respect other people's cultures. As you head towards the cemetery, you will realize that there are very, very many flower shops here, so that the mourners or people who are going to visit their loved ones, the graves of their loved ones, can pass by and purchase probably a flower or go light a candle, and the place looks very, very beautiful. You can see the background, it is all lined up with the flowers. This is something I find very, very unique, because we don't have this in my country, and I think this is very, very amazing. That is why you notice that in the graveside, all the graves have the flowers on top of them. So let's take a look at the flowers.